Yeah, bing bong. Welcome to the CineBoiz podcast. It's another week, and it's another week to celebrate each other and to celebrate movies. We are the CineBoiz podcast. We are part of the Cork Bats podcast network. We are Cork Bats entertainment, movie, television, not music, and definitely not sports podcast. I'm not wearing a Super Bowl 54 champions hoodie. I'm not living in the past. Super Bowl 55 never happened, right?
As far as I know, this year it's 55. I don't.
Yeah. Super Bowl 55 hasn't happened yet. But yes, we are the CineBoiz podcast, and we are here. If you are watching us on the Cork Bats YouTube page, thank you so much. Please consider liking this video and subscribing, and then telling a couple of friends, because that does a lot for us. And then if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, which you can see over there on the screen if you're watching on Cork Bats, you can subscribe anywhere that you listen to podcasts. Yeah, here we are. You know what? I don't want people to know my full name. I don't like that. Let's change that.
You just doxed yourself.
This is what happens when you get frozen. All right, guys, look. It's a big week. Somehow Mob is not here. He's in the state of Texas. This is confirmed. We don't know why. And he refuses to come see me.
Let's all take a guess at what he's doing.
Probably
Louisville,
trying to.
Texas is.
I think he's trying to kill me. The evidence is there. He's in the same state. He didn't tell me he was here. He isn't responding positively to any of my texts. He keeps telling me he's not coming to visit, which makes me think he's coming to kill me. So there's that. What do you guys think he's doing?
I mean, I don't hate the theory of you just getting
whacked
by Mob. Yeah, whacked. That's the word.
That makes
there
me
it is.
Feel awesome. Thanks for that.
Now, a good thing for you, Kenny, is it's moving week, so maybe he'll show up and your apartment will be empty.
Yeah, maybe he's coming to help me move, and he didn't tell me.
That'd be just like Mob.
That sounds like bastard.
That's what good friends do. Is they just surprise their friends, travel 900 miles to help them move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they take vacations to Texas and then help their friends move in the summer heat.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyways, my name is Kenny. I'm one of the co-hosts of the CineBoiz podcast. Again, Mob is not here this week. He is on some sort of trip, and he's being very vague about it, which is very Mob
sabbatical.
To do.
I think he's on sabbatical. That's what I'm going with.
Fair enough. I'm also joined in his home office by our good friend Tom. How are you, Tom?
Hello. I'm well. How are you?
Great. What are you big on this week, Tom?
Yeah, this week I'm big on overhearing other people's conversations. So
right.
Great example, last night Laura and I were leaving Papo's. We had a lovely pizza dinner, and Papo's. I actually didn't overhear this, but she did. We were walking out to the car, and she overheard this guy getting in his car with what appeared to be elderly parents. All of a sudden he just said, let me I wrote it down. He said, no, not for me. I just like a nice line of cocaine every now and then. So I'm big on overhearing stuff like that because that is hilarious. So
who doesn't, Yeah. Who doesn't enjoy a nice line of cocaine every once in a while?
Sometimes I think that there's probably lots of people, or there's lots of stuff that people overhear me say that's like, that dude, what? Because I would totally say something about just ripping a line of cocaine. I don't do cocaine, but to some stranger in Papo's parking lot, I probably would.
Yeah,
fair enough. I would.
Fair enough. Well, that's cool. Well, thank you, Tom. We're also joined in his home office by Kevin. Kevin, what are you big on this week, my man?
One, just real quick. I'm always big on not knowing what order Kenny's going to call us in. It's very nerve-wracking. Is he going to call on you? Is he not going to call on you?
And am I going to be prepared?
Exactly.
No.
What I'm bigger on, I'll say, is big tech getting even bigger. Amazon going to rule the world, baby. They're in the process of acquiring MGM, and so they're going to hopefully fill out their catalog with a bunch of new stuff. Hopefully this will go on Amazon Prime. Hopefully. I mean, I forget what some of them were like I think James Bond was one.
Yeah, I think that's really the only thing they have like claim to that's still relevant is the
Rocky
Bond
is
movies.
one of them, though.
Yeah.
Rocky, but
Rocky
still losing relevance.
But that's overrated, like we all know. Yeah.
Shut up. You're wrong. Like,
but yeah,
Wizard of Oz and shit.
Yeah,
Cool.
whatever. But Bezos gonna Bezos and
Bezos gonna
keep taking
Bezos.
over the world. It's Disney and Amazon, and those will be the two that we have.
That's
for
all
the
we
rest
need.
Of our lives.
In my opinion, it's all we need. Disney
And,
and Amazon.
And then A24 will probably float around out there somewhere making.
Yeah, just they'll be the little indie guy. Yeah. Do you think like Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates are just gonna be kicking it constantly now that they're both divorcees? Just single dudes on the prowl.
So Bezos seems like much more of a freak than Bill Gates to me. I don't know why I think that.
I don't know about that. Bill seems like a freak to me. I feel like
I can't believe.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I mean, I don't know any details about when he got married, but it's crazy to me that like both Bezos and Bill Gates, neither of them had any kind of prenup. So like, kind of crazy that it's kind of crazy that it took Bill Gates this long to get divorced. Melinda, I'm surprised didn't peace out a long time ago, for being honest. Got half of that Microsoft pie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're doing a lot of humanitarian work together.
Apparently that's still going to keep going, apparently.
Right. Yeah.
But
yeah,
we'll see. It'd be funny if Bill Gates just said, "Screw you, world, I'm having fun."
Yeah, I would love to see that. Just Bill Gates let loose. Like, he's been doing so much, depending on how you look at it. He's been doing so much for, like, humanitarian efforts. And he's just, look, I'm just going to be selfish for, like, 5 years, okay? And he just is like, yeah.
I heard he's only giving his kids $10 million. Not that I would sneeze at $10 million, but that's $10 million is not very much considering he's
compared with the wealth
hundreds
that he
of millions
has.
of dollars.
Yeah.
$10 million to Bill Gates is probably like $100 to me. I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, thank you,
Sucks
Kevin.
to be Bill Gates' kids. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for that. I'll tell you what I'm big on this week. I'm big on the pandemic. All right, and here's why. So yesterday I went to graduation ceremony for my girlfriend who graduated from University of Texas, Austin Grad School for Architecture. Hook 'em. So in the pandemic time, you know when you would go to a graduation ceremony and it's like 2.5 hours and it's shit you don't care about and you just want to leave the whole time. Even if you're graduating, nobody likes going to those things.
Mm-hmm.
Here was the setup yesterday. Show up 15 minutes before, get in line, thing starts, you take 2 separate lines. So you're allowed to bring 2 people with you as a graduate. So my girlfriend brought myself and her mom, and we go into this building, and then me and her mom go into one line. She goes into the graduation line. They go up on the stage where the dean and whoever the hell else is important is sitting on the stage with their masks on. They've been sitting there probably all day. They go up. They announce themselves. So they give you a microphone. You have to say your name, your hometown, and your degree. And then you stand in the middle of the stage. We get to go in, take our pictures, and then we leave. And it was all done in a matter of 10 minutes. It was amazing.
I love that too.
Weird, but it was absolutely amazing. Just literally.
The announcing your own name is wild.
So apparently there was supposed to be some sort of like digital apparatus where like you had a scan code and all this stuff and you lined up in like a certain number and then they were going to announce everybody by the number. It was going to be really technical. At some point, I'm assuming they did another school's graduation either earlier in the day or the day before, and they said, fuck it, we're not doing this. This is too complicated. Literally just give the kids a microphone, have them say their name, where they're from, and their degree, and then just get them the hell out of here. And I loved it. It was so great. Shout out to the University of Texas for doing that. I hope that every graduation from now on is like that for everyone. I know it won't be, but it was fantastic. We were only there for like total 30 minutes. And
so did you dress up for it?
I dressed nice-ish. I didn't do like a suit. I just kind of wore like a button down, some nice pants, and some not terrible shoes.
But like, did Kat like wear a dress and like get made up and everything?
She
for
did.
Like a 30-minute. I mean, oof.
So here's the best part, which I only saw like 1 or 2 people do this, but like the gowns were optional. You did not have to wear a gown if you did not want to.
Oh hell yeah!
So you could literally say
sucked.
your name, where you're from, also the degree that you got, go in front of the stage, not wearing a gown, just dress like a bum and be like, and then have your picture taken, and then you just walk off.
Those are the kinds of things that I do want to keep going after this is all said and done.
Yes, I do too. I guarantee it won't, though. There's just too much like pomp and circumstance involved with graduating, and too many upset mothers who didn't get their full
graduation.
You need to get over it because those things are the worst.
Yeah.
I walked out of mine. My school was the School of Arts and Science, so a giant ass school.
Yeah, it was huge.
And art school was up towards the top, so I walked across the stage and then just kept walking out the door.
I did not go to my college graduation. I opted out. I said no, thank you. Just give me my degree. I'm gonna go find a job. That's what I did. So that was a really long what I'm big on, but I was pretty stoked about how that went down yesterday. It was less talky and more like take a picture. Now let's go have lunch.
I mean, but congrats to Kat for achieving.
Of course,
but
definitely.
bigger. I want to emphasize the congrats to Kenny for not having his afternoon wasted. Honestly.
Yes, agreed.
Degrees, graduate degrees, whatever.
I'm so proud of her. She's probably not listening, but I'm so proud of her, and she's amazing.
My own wife a shout out because she doesn't listen either.
Yeah, we should every week. That should be our new thing where me and you, Kev, we just like do really, really gratuitous shout outs and talk about how much we love our significant other, knowing that they're never going to listen to this podcast.
I bet if you ask either one of them, hey, do you listen to the CineBoiz? They'll probably be like, Cine what?
She knows what it is. I'll give her that.
Okay.
I'll give her.
I just wouldn't be surprised if that was the response.
Yeah.
In a bun?
Yeah. Congratulations to Catherine on her degree and her new
Congrats
job. She's
to Amy for excelling at life. You're amazing.
Yeah. Cool. Well, guys, we got a lot to talk about this week. Also, it's the last week of our summer movie preview. We're going to get into August movies this week. But I think before we do that, we should probably talk about the box office numbers because, spoiler alert, we're all going to lose our shit when I announce what made it back into the top 3 this week.
Ooh,
so I hope you're ready for this. Coming in at number 3, and let me just preface, I don't know what happened, but nobody went to a movie theater this weekend. The numbers are super low. They're movies from months ago. It's really strange, but anyways, coming in at number 3 is Crude's A New Age.
What?
Made $155,000 at the box office this week.
When did that first come out?
Re-released?
I don't know what happened. I looked at the numbers this morning. I said, that can't be real. That can't be real. I'm going to double check it right now. It has been a few hours. But from what I understand...
If it's back out in Columbia, we almost have to go see it.
Yeah.
From what I understand, it is... see what Box Office Mojo has to say. Oh, don't look at Box Office Mojo. That's a bummer. My numbers are wrong, but I don't give a shit. All right, here's the deal. When I looked at the numbers this morning, I'm giving you the numbers I had as of 11 o'clock this morning.
They've changed?
I can neither confirm nor deny that. That doesn't make for great content if it has, okay?
I like that the Crudes are in third.
Crudes are in third. The Crudes were in third as of this morning, okay? 155,000. All right. Coming in at number 2 this week was Nobody with $298,700 at the box office.
What month is this?
It's May. I don't understand what's going on. What? I don't know if this was a glitch. I could give like the real numbers too, but I was too excited when I saw the Crudes back in the top 3.
Did your computer just like accidentally think it was May 23rd or April 23rd?
No, this is from Box Office Mojo. I look it up every week, and it had the date May 21st to 23rd.
Weird.
I did it right. Okay.
I believe you.
And then coming in at number 1 this week was a movie called Profile, which made $999.5 thousand. Again, I think this movie might have came out in 2018. So I don't think we're to blame here. I think it's Box Office Mojo by IMDb. So let me actually get the real numbers, which I don't have a slide for, which is a bummer. I'm all about slides these days. But Box Office Mojo is showing that number 3 this week was Those Who Wish Me Dead, which made $1.8 million, followed by Wrath of Man, which made $2.9 million, followed by Spiral, which made $4.6 million, which was exactly last week.
This makes more sense.
Right, yeah. But that was last week's numbers also. So I don't know what's going on, but all I know is that The Croods is in the top 3. And if anyone disagrees with us, you can go fuck yourself.
Whoa,
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, so that's what's going on with Box Office Mojo this week. I don't get it, but yeah, cool stuff, right? So those are our box office numbers, and then we have a few things that we showed on our Instagram this week. First and foremost, Knives Out 2. The cast just keeps growing. Now we've got Kate Hudson in there. Somebody else big too. I can't remember. Got announced this week.
I don't know how you guys feel about Kate Hudson, but I'm very unexcited by it.
Yeah, I am meh.
What has she done recently?
Anytime I see Kate Hudson, I think of that quote where she's like, "I'm a person that likes to do things. I like to go out and do things. I'm a doer. I like to be places and do things." I should find the exact quote.
Didn't she create some sort of like athletic brand? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I know she has a podcast. Her stepdad is Kurt Russell.
Here we go. I have a passion for wanting to do things. I want to be a part of things that are going on. Kate Hudson.
Way to say something and yet
nothing at all.
Yeah.
All at the same time.
I have a passion for doing things.
A passion for wanting to do things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
not that even she is doing.
I have a passion for that as well.
Do things.
Yeah, I have a passion for wanting to do lots of things.
I want to do things.
Yeah. I like to want to have to need to do things.
What's the last Kate Hudson movie you think you saw?
Fool's Gold.
Ooh.
Maybe, I don't know. What has she done? I can't think of a recent Kate Hudson movie.
I saw How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days for the first time like a year ago.
Wow, you're definitely late to that train.
Yeah, dude, that movie came out almost 20 years ago.
I didn't even really want to see it.
I know what she wasn't a big part, but I watched that crappy Wahlberg movie Deepwater Horizon, and she was his wife.
Wow.
That was like 2016.
Cool.
15.
Is that about that oil rig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Her movie lineup is pretty unimpressive.
You heard it.
Very unimpressive, actually.
You heard it here first. Kate Hudson is unimpressive. Kevin.
Not a single banger on this list, honestly.
Not a single banger.
Nothing that slaps.
But there was somebody else, I can't remember who, but that cast just keeps getting bigger. So, Knives Out 2, coming in 2023? Maybe 2022?
I thought it was coming out next year.
Who knows?
Early next year.
And then we also got our trailer for Dear Evan Hansen, the movie, which I'm kind of excited about.
I mean, I'm already sad thinking about that movie.
Yeah. I'm already getting all choked up thinking about it. Well, so
is it a PG movie? It looks like a little family oriented.
I don't think it is. So it was a Broadway musical, won a bunch of Tony Awards. Ben Platt won a Tony Award for his performance in the musical, and now he's starring in the movie. And everyone's like calling him out. It's like, you're too old to be playing a high school student. And he's like, I don't give a shit.
He's got a young looking face though.
Yeah, when was the last time high school students in a movie reflected actual high school students?
Right. It's stupid.
Never. They're always 25.
Although I will say that like high school, like the kids who act in like high school movies now do look a lot younger than they used to.
Well,
like when you think about like Scream, where everybody in that movie's in high school, but everybody's like
full-fledged
30
adults.
years old.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Sometimes it feels like they actually get teenagers to play teenagers every once in a while.
Yeah. It's like James Vanderbeek was 21 years old when they started Dawson's Creek, and he was playing a freshman in high school. So I don't know. But he looks young. Who cares? And it's like he's the guy who literally won the Tony for the performance on the musical. Yeah. Who else is more qualified to do that role? So everybody's hating on Ben Platt. Get out of here, man. I don't have time for that shit, dude. Plus, Ben Platt's singing voice is angelic as hell, man. I love Ben Platt.
Yeah.
You guys ever listen to Ben Platt?
Mm-mm.
I know who that is.
I mean, I remember him from Pitch Perfect.
Yeah,
but
what a voice that guy has.
Got it.
I didn't see a single one of those movies.
Well, good for
you. Not a big music kind of guy. Music and movies kind of guy.
I love it.
Music and music.
You mean
the old music and music? I hate when music has music in it. You know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Musicals, all that.
Yeah. And then the other, another big movie news this week, just kind of a leaked photo that came out. It was a promotional calendar for The Batman starring Robert Pattinson. And we got our first look at the Joker, kind of like, well, I mean, you see him in the trailer, but you get like the first like actual close-up look of him where he looks like the Zodiac Killer. And it's like, you get this weird...
Wait, is it
symbol
Joker
the Riddler. Did I say Joker?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I meant Riddler.
What an idiot.
All right. So you get the Zodiac looking mofo. He's got his he even has looks like the Zodiac symbol with a question mark in it. And he's wearing like the Zodiac mask kind of thing, which looks real creepy.
Did look very creepy.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Does it make you uncomfortable? Probably.
Yeah, man. I hate it, actually.
Okay.
This is the first time I'm looking at it.
Oh. Well, if you're watching this on the Corkpat's YouTube page, I'll put the picture up right now. There you go. You see it again.
That'd be great.
All right. Too bad this isn't live and you can't see it.
See that?
Yes, you do. You totally see it, right?
I see it.
Kevin can confirm he sees this picture.
It looks scary.
If you're listening to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Google Podcasts, too damn bad. You don't get to see it.
Maybe why don't you describe what that mask looks like?
All right, here we go. I'm going to put the picture back up, and I'm going to describe it in
to the listeners, not for the YouTubers.
Excruciating detail.
Yeah.
So what we have here is a full-faced leather mask and a gentleman wearing clear-rimmed glasses with 2 holes cut in the mask, and then it looks like some sort of mouth covering that could possibly come on and off depending on the state or condition of the environment he's in. And then it looks like he's wearing some sort of overcoat with a hoodie underneath, and then there's a symbol that looks like a crosshairs with a question mark right in the middle. So I think that was a pretty good description.
It's a little gimpish from
yeah. Did the Riddler, was he ever a gimp in any of the comics? I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
That's the best. He just looks like the gimp from
Here's a question for you. Is this movie rated NC-17?
I hope not.
I mean,
so then I'll ever see it.
After seeing this picture, maybe. I don't know.
Batman, NC-17. Well, that's pretty much it for all the big stuff that happened this week. Also, #FreeCorkBats. What the hell is going on?
It's been too long.
Yeah, why?
Been over 2 weeks now, and we still don't have the Corkbats Instagram.
Feels like they've forgotten us and left them for dead.
It makes me so mad.
Not to be negative.
What's the actual issue? I have not heard the whole story.
Okay.
If we got some time.
Okay, Corkbats Instagram page has been removed from Instagram temporarily. Apparently it's temporarily disabled, but it's been over 2 weeks since they've had it, and the reason why is because they posted a clip of like a UFC fight, and Dana White got mad. So
is that like a copyright issue?
It's not. I mean,
I don't know exactly what's going on.
It's when the pay-per-view fights you can't be posting clips, I guess, but whatever. Everyone does it.
Yeah. Well, you can find a clip of like anything, and it's like on Instagram constantly. And it's just like, it wasn't like they were using it and like streaming it. It's like they're curating it using a clip. So it's, I don't know, some sort of DMCA issue, I guess. I don't know.
Bro, take the free publicity.
Yeah, exactly. We're advertising for UFC essentially. Anyways, #FreeCorkBats. Follow Corked Beers, because that's the only Corkbats account that's working right now. And you can follow us. We're technically a Corkbats account. So there you go. But guys, I think that's enough of the news for this week. I think we should get into our the meat and potatoes of this episode, and that's our August movie preview. Are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
A couple things. One, August not as packed as July was. Only 3 movies to talk about for this month. So there's that. Okay. Number 2. Actually, I didn't have a number 2, so it's just there you go. We're really prepared.
Number 2, shut the hell up and listen.
We're really prepared. Yeah. All right. Well, coming out August 6th, opening up the month in theaters and on HBO Max, is The Suicide Squad, starring Margot Robbie and John Cena, and it is directed by James Gunn. I don't know if you're familiar with James Gunn, but he also directed Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
So the vibe of this movie seems pretty damn fun.
I think it looks fun.
I think the original Suicide Squad.
I just can't get over the fact that they're acting that the first one didn't happen. It's just weird. I know they do that, but I don't know. Well, yeah, okay, maybe. I don't know. It feels like that because it's not like Suicide Squad Part 2. It's just Suicide Squad.
Yeah. I don't know.
Is that not what
it has returning characters, including Viola Davis, who was in the first movie, and Margot Robbie, and Joel Kinnaman. They were all in the first movie.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to be like how the first one showed how they developed the team. Mm-hmm. I think it's just going to kind of pick up as if we already know the whole backstory. So I just kind of thought it was existing like the same timeline, kind of.
You would think.
Yeah. It looks better.
It looks pretty good.
It looks pretty fun. I'm interested in seeing it. Yeah, so that's coming out August 6th. And then the week after that, on August 13th, is Free Guy in theaters only, August 13th, starring Ryan Reynolds and Jodie Comer, directed by Sean Levy. So I guess this is like a parody movie of a video game non-playable character, as we call in the video game world an NPC. Looks interesting. I remember seeing the trailer like a year ago, so I don't really remember what all it's got going for it, but it's Ryan Reynolds.
I'm intrigued by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
If anything, Ryan Reynolds has amazing self-awareness, and that makes him worth seeing. I think that's probably the best way I could describe him. So he's not going to be making like Oscar-nominated movies, and he's probably not going to be nominated for any awards, but the movies he does make are going to be entertaining and worth your time.
Yeah, my impression of this is that it's a movie I probably won't see it in theaters, but when it comes to streaming, I could very well easily find myself watching that.
Fair enough.
You know?
Maybe you'll just want to go to a theater on a random Thursday afternoon.
Maybe.
Friday afternoon. When do you not work? You don't work on Fridays, right?
Correct.
So there you go. You'll probably just be like, I got nothing to do today. Maybe I'll go check this out. That seems like that kind of a movie.
It used the movie pass days.
Oh, man.
R.I.P.
I saw a movie every week. Didn't matter what was going on. It barely mattered the movie. Yeah. I mean, I made money on Movie Pass. Basically.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
I robbed them blind.
Well,
I bought no candy. No, I brought my own food in.
You're a dirtbag. Support your theater.
When I used to have Mondays off, so when you go in on a Monday at like 10:45, you are the only person in the theater. It was weird if there was a person with me.
Yeah.
Unless it was like a big movie. That's fair. I was not seeing lots of big movies. It was a lot of The Spy Who Dumped Me kind of stuff. Rough year.
Well, maybe
Great year.
Now that things are, getting back to normal, maybe they'll bring back some sort of movie pass. I know Alamo has their season pass, which they still have not reinstated, but I bet they will probably here in the next couple of months. Which I started paying for right before the pandemic, and then all the theaters shut down. So, good investment. To be fair, they didn't make me pay.
They didn't. I was going to say, they just took your money.
They stopped everybody at forcing everyone to pay, which was nice. But yeah, that was awesome because it was like every weekend go see a movie. But okay, and then finally coming in August 27th in theaters is Candyman, which was supposed to come out
Last
spring
long
of
time ago.
2020. And
I
so
thought it was supposed to come out June of last year.
you may be right. Well, hey, technically spring doesn't start till June 21st.
That's fair.
So if it came out before June 21st, that's
First half of June.
spring.
That's true.
Yeah.
I got my face.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's coming out August 27th. It's starring Yahya Abdul Mateen and good old Tony Todd from the original Candyman.
Nice.
It is also directed by Nia DaCosta, who I don't know what else she's directed, but the movie looks scary. I'd say, probably. Agreed.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'd be scared by it. I'm a little pansy.
It scared me when I was a little boy. So now I'm a big little boy. Probably still get scared. I don't like them scary movies. I know Tom does.
I'm not a huge scary movie.
Tom's
either.
like our resident like horror movie
Big
guy.
fan.
He is
I love him.
poor boy. Well,
Did you call him a whore boy?
Poor boy.
yeah.
Is that his new nickname? Whore boy?
Could be.
Whore boy?
Horror
Whore boy?
Horror boy.
Whore boy.
Horror boy.
Whore boy. Am I saying it right? Whore boy. All right. Well,
Horror.
cool. I mean, yeah, I guess August is not a whole lot coming out that month, but those are the three big ones. And then we're done. And then maybe we'll do a fall movie preview sometime in August for all the fall movies, because there's going to be a ton of those too.
We should do some sort of draft where we draft upcoming fall movies, and the winner is declared retroactively based on how well they do at the box office. So whoever makes the most money in their draft.
That's actually a really good idea.
I know, I'm an idea guy.
We should do that in like
I'm an idea
July.
boy. Tom's a horror boy. I'm the idea
Tom's
boy.
a horror boy. Kevin's the idea boy. Mob's the not here boy.
Wow.
Because he's busy trying to kill me, remember? He's in Texas planning my
He's the
death.
murder boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's write that down. We'll remember that.
Well,
for later.
it's a years, but I think we should do that in like July, so then like we can get it, or like maybe like early August, do the fall movie draft, and then we'll keep track. That's a great idea.
Because the ones won't really start coming out until probably October.
Yeah.
September. End of September maybe.
September is like that gray area where it's like, is it fall?
Yeah.
And it's like,
so it's just gonna be, you're gonna watch a lot of trailers and think this. You're gonna watch some trailers, movies you'd never watch.
Yeah. And you're gonna be like, this is gonna be the sleeper hit of the fall.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, baby.
I'm gonna lose big time.
No, you're not, Tom. That's not the attitude.
I can't gauge these things very well. I don't know trends and what people like. I know what I like.
You like horror.
Whoever
I like horror.
What Marvel movies are coming out in the fall? Those will be the number ones to go.
Shang-Chi. Well, why isn't Shang-Chi on my list? Because that's coming out in August. I'm sorry. I failed.
Yeah, that's a big oversight.
September. I don't know.
I thought it was no, you've got
it's September 3rd, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind
right,
then.
Yeah.
We're good. No worries.
You knew exactly what we were talking about.
Well, there's going to be 2 Marvel movies in the fall then.
Yeah.
You got Eternals and
Eternals, baby.
Yeah.
The Eternals I'm very excited for.
Yeah, me too. I don't even know what it's about, but I'm stoked.
I don't either. I just know Chloe's out.
I just want to get that full trailer at some point.
Samesies.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get
it. Yeah, it feels almost like, are they done? Are they done with it? How have they filmed it all?
Yeah, they filmed it all like 2 years ago, man. It's been ready. It was supposed to come out last
sitting
November.
on the floor somewhere.
Just sitting on the floor somewhere. It's in the bottom of somebody's closet.
Yeah, just hanging
in like
out.
A shoebox.
Waiting to get dusted off.
Next to an old gun that they use for protection. Yeah, closets. Am I right? All right. Well, that's it for our summer movie preview. So go see some movies this summer. Have fun. Don't wear a mask if you're vaccinated. Follow the rules. Anyways. Well, Tom, how about we get into some movie anniversaries, my dude?
Absolutely. Happy 5-year anniversary to X-Men Apocalypse.
That movie was a piece of shit.
I did not.
They went downhill so fast. Yeah. Days of Future Past, I thought was
great.
Good.
Awesome. That was very good.
And Apocalypse and then did anyone watch
Dark Phoenix? No.
They were like,
I watched it on a random night a month ago. It was terrible.
Yeah, they were just like, let's see how bad we can make these movies. and they did it. So
Yeah, it was.
They're successful in a way, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Cool.
felt like it was filmed in quarantine because it all took place in like 3 rooms.
Yeah.
And there were like 4 actors. But it was just horrible, just bad. X-Men, shame on you.
Speaking of which, I watched Zombie or Army of the Dead.
Me too.
Which
Me
was
too.
pretty decent.
Yeah, it was fine.
It was a good fun
Good.
romp. Zombie
That was
romp.
exactly what I thought it would be, and it didn't disappoint me.
But apparently Tig Notaro's was not like the original actor in that movie, and that she filmed all of her stuff like remotely, and then they just put her in.
Crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
Huh.
Yeah, true story.
I want to go back and look at it.
Yeah, there's a few shots where you can tell she's like digitally put in, but a lot of
Kinda
it I
not
think was
there.
just like camera tricks where they're just like they film her and then just put the clip it in.
I thought it was shot a little weird at times.
Yeah.
Just in general, because I heard that Snyder was more in control of what he was DPing.
Yeah, he's the DP.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yeah, okay. Now you say that about Tig, it makes perfect sense. She was barely around other people the entire movie.
Yeah, there's a few shots where she's like in the group, but you can tell she was digitally put there.
That's funny.
Yeah, but she's great in it. Tig Notaro, shout out.
It was a long movie for the kind of movie it was.
Yeah.
Very long.
Yeah, it was pretty long, but it definitely was. It was better than I thought it was gonna be. So there's that. It's just Zack Snyder, man, just pleasantly surprising me as of late.
Good to know.
I didn't have my hopes up, so
I think that's what it was. I didn't really give a shit either, and it ended up being all right, cool.
I mean, I feel like I've watched so much zombie content in the last decade that it's like, I don't know. I'm not gonna get super
get it.
It's a little oversaturated.
Yeah.
Cool. What else we got, Tom?
All right. Yeah, happy 10-year anniversary to the Tree of Life. Talk about snooze fest.
What an artsy fartsy piece of shit that movie was.
My goodness.
It was fun to watch. It was one of the first movies I watched in Blu-ray. This is before 4K Blu-ray, so it's when Blu-ray was popping. So that was kind of cool, but not a movie I'd really recommend to anybody.
I was so confused the entire time. I did not know what I was walking into when I watched it. I didn't do my research, and it was the longest movie watching of my life, probably.
I'm just gonna point out that there are certain people of a church that Kevin works for that said it's their favorite movie of all time. And I would like to say to those gentlemen or ladies, watch more movies. So there you go.
It's not my favorite, that's all I'll say. In fact, it's one of my least favorite.
Yeah,
I'm not smart enough to understand it.
Yeah, you're not.
I just got bored. I just got really bored. Really bored.
Great. It looks amazing. It's beautifully shot. Beautiful movie.
Done.
Not
Did it win any awards for...
Story-wise, it doesn't make really that much sense.
Did it win any awards for?
It might have. But if you want a movie that looks beautiful and the story makes absolutely no sense, may I recommend The Room, starring Tommy Wiseau? Storyline wise, they're the same kind of vibe, man. Just what is happening?
You'll tear me apart, Lisa.
The difference is I loved The Room.
Yeah, the difference is that The Room is stood the test of time. You don't hear people talking about Tree of Life anymore. The Room still comes up in conversations. So
what was the remake? Remake called?
It wasn't a remake. It was a movie about
Beautiful Disaster. It wasn't a
Disaster Artist.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, it was great.
I loved it so much.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Our last anniversary. Happy 25-year anniversary to Spy Hard with Leslie Nielsen.
Oh.
You say Spy Hard?
Mm-hmm.
They were done making Naked Gun movies, so they decided to make a spy movie with Leslie Nielsen.
I have not seen it.
Nor have I.
I'll probably pass.
What a cover. Wow.
Leslie Nielsen isn't alive still, is he?
He died a few years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, cool. Well, thanks for those, Tom. Appreciate it.
Sure thing.
Yeah, and that pretty much brings us to the end. I burped. But yes, we are the CineBoiz podcast. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the CineBoiz. And you can also email us if you want, the CineBoiz podcast at gmail.com. Let's check the email. I haven't checked it in a while.
I gave up checking it.
I don't know if we've got anything. You know what? I'm not even logged into it. We need Mob here, and he's too busy just gallivanting around this great state of Texas.
If you really want to get in touch with us, DM us.
Yeah, DM us. We got some good DMs. Yeah, so we got that going on for us. So follow us on Twitter and Instagram at CineBoiz, at the CineBoiz. You can also you can see it right up there at the CineBoiz. There you go. You can also follow Cork Bats at Cork Bats on Twitter. Instagram pending still. We still don't know how we're gonna fix that, but we will be back and better than ever. Also, be sure to follow Cork Bats' YouTube page for all your favorite Cork Bats content. You can also go to corkbats.com. But yeah, that's pretty much it for us, guys. I guess I'll catch you sometime next week when we do another podcast, because it's what we do.
Can't wait to see the new digs.
Yeah, coming live from the new studio next week, which is the bedroom that I'll be living in the new apartment. So
excited to see where you hang the picture.
Yeah, that's
hopefully front and center. I'm sure Kat
right above the bed.
Yeah, she's she's definitely into that for sure. Okay, well, this will be the centerpiece of our apartment. So
obviously,
of course.
Cool.
All right, boys. Catch you later.
Later.
Bye.
Bye, boys.